Tasmania's new state government is facing accusations of environmental and cultural ignorance. The state's Aboriginal community and conservationists are lobbying for a change to this year's shearwater or mutton bird hunting season. It follows the largely inexplicable death of hundreds of thousands of the seabirds last year. But the state government says the hunt will go ahead.
It's called a mass wrecking. Hundreds of thousands of mutton birds washed up dead on Australian and New Zealand shores late last year.
Things are changing, and the really important thing is that seabirds are the canaries, the sentinels that are telling us about the marine environment.
Autopsies suggest they were severely malnourished after the annual 18-day migration from Alaska to the southern hemisphere. Previously uncommon, there have now been 4 wreckings in 7 years. The long-term impact is already showing in the number of breeding pairs in burrows across Tasmania.
Only around about 20% of the burrows are occupied, so we're seeing perhaps a 70 or 80% decrease on past years.
Tasmania's Aboriginal community voted to largely abandon its commercial season. Just a handful of operators will catch a few thousand birds. The community wants the Tasmanian Government to cancel the recreational season, which opened last weekend. That request has been ignored.
We're making a conscious decision to protect this cultural food stuff, and there we have parks letting non-Aboriginal people continue to carry out activities that could be harmful.
Tasmania is responsible for 75 to 80% of the world population of short-tailed shearwaters or Tasmanian mutton birds. So clearly the onus is on us to appropriately manage the species.
The new Minister for Parks, Matthew Groom, isn't commenting. His department released a statement saying it's surveying the mutton bird population and has found a decline in breeding. It says it'll consider a licensing change when the survey is complete. It's been a quarter of a century since the quota was changed.
I think there's a real strong scientific need to revisit those quotas and to revisit the whole management of short-tailed shearwaters in Tasmania.
More than 600 recreational mutton bird licences have already been sold, allowing the harvest of almost 250,000 birds. Danielle, McKay, ABC News.